Oh, that's fun. It's fun to win close games. Our guys are finding ways to do it, and it certainly wasn't perfect and not the way you'd like to draw it up as a coach. But I give our guys a lot of credit. I'm telling you, they just, no matter what adversity hits right now, they just keep believing in each other and believe in their ability to make a play when they need to make a play. Illinois State's a really good football team. It's hard for me to believe, that they're 1-4 in our league, and that just tells you something about, our league and how good it is. Certainly those mistakes, those turnovers in the second half in the red zone were big, but give our guys credit for making the play. I mean, that was a hustle play to strip the ball there at the 2, and they did a good job of making it really difficult for us to run the football there at the end. And as a result, we took some shots downfield. We felt like with the safeties playing that low, we had to try to make a big play. We just couldn't quite connect on one when we needed to. But all in all, to beat a good football team, and I say this, I've said this last 3 weeks, we beat good football teams. And when you do that, your guys are going to play with more and more confidence every week.
Questions? Bob, your impression of Austin Simmons in his first substantial playing time?
Honestly, I knew he'd play well. He's a very talented young man. I think the thing when you haven't played, and with the exception of a few snaps here against Weber, I mean, these were really his first significant snaps. You're always a little bit worried that the game might be just a little bit too fast. And by him getting off to a really good start, I think immediately his confidence shot up. And we didn't do a great job checking the running game there in the fourth quarter. And some of that, are things that we can do better offensively. And some of that was, Illinois State did a great job of kind of moving their front and doing some things that made it hard for us. But he's a guy that's going to get better and better. And as I said going into the season, we got 3 really good quarterbacks. And, both guys that played today were a big part of our win.
Where does that leave things next week, given how things go with Chris?
Chris has proven that he's a guy that we can count on. Obviously, what we saw today is that we can beat a good football team with Ryan Sager or Austin Simmons playing. So, from a coaching standpoint, it gives you a great deal of confidence, and we'll just have to see how Chris does this week and what his status will be for next weekend.
Will that continue to be a day-to-day thing with his?
Yeah, they always are. I mean, those kinds of injuries are always day-to-day deals, and he actually cleared through a lot of the stages that he had to clear through, but as a coach, you deal with kids like a parent, and it wasn't the right decision for him to play, and our medical staff people do a good job of making sure that those decisions are made the right way.
Was there a set plan in terms of how to divide the snaps?
Well, we were going to divide the snaps early, and then felt if one of them got a hot hand and that we'd play. I thought Austin really threw the ball well in the first half. He put the ball on the money. We had some guys open in the second half. We didn't complete some passes that you'd hope to be able to complete. Some of them were lower percentage passes, but and some the receivers could have helped him out a little bit more, I think, too. So as the game got on, we just felt like he was playing with a lot of confidence and has the ability to make plays with his feet similar to Chris, and so he became a guy that we decided to go with.
Some of the long passes was it his discretion, or was he throwing to the guys?
Most of those were called routes. See, what happened is, as we got late in the game and we were trying to run football to burn time, they started playing their safeties down in the box, or at least one of them, and sometimes both of them. And when you're outnumbered, you got to try to throw the ball over the top. And I mean, we had guys open. Again, they're not we made a couple of those completions in the first half that ended up being big plays, and we just didn't make those plays in the second half. And we're playing a lot of young wide receivers, and that part of our game's got to get better, because we've got to be able to make some of those plays when we need to make one of those, when teams are going to make it hard for us to run the football. And I'll tell you what, Illinois State's a good rushing defense. I mean, you look at the stats. I mean, nobody's really rushed the ball against them very effectively, and the way we did that in the first half was we kept them off balance, and we got behind the sticks quite a bit in the second half, and we're not very good right now offensively when we get behind the sticks.
That's 3 in a row. You're 3-1 in the league, and another home game next week. That's that should give you plenty of momentum down the stretch here.
I hope so. I mean, our guys are excited. I hope people are excited. It's kind of games that are fun to watch, and I think we've got a team that's fun to watch, and guys that are getting better. Unfortunately, we've kind of getting bit by the injury bug, but everybody in the league, does by this time of the year, and so a big thing is we've got to try to get as many guys as we can get back for this last push.
What stood out the most on your defense these last couple games? It's come down to the defense. What stood out to you?
I think our guys keep playing hard, and the two things that have happened, the last 2 weeks when we needed them, our defense has been able to force some turnovers. I didn't look at the stats. I guess I think we're probably +2, or maybe at least +2, maybe not, but at least +1 anyway on the turnover margin. And obviously the turnovers that we forced were big ones. Either stopped scoring drives that they had, or scoring opportunities, or created a scoring drive for us. The other thing is our defense has been really good on third down. And I looked at the stat, but last week we were really good on third down, and they were only 3 of 14 on third down. If you can play great third down defense and force turnovers, doesn't make any difference how many yards you give up.